Hello everybody, this is Adam, and let's talk about the solar plexus chakra analysis of current Vice President Mike Pence. The solar plexus chakra is the expression of will, personal power, and mental abilities. This one might be a little bit interesting, but first, check out the first two videos in this series, the root and the sacral chakra of this man, which will be linked in the card of the top right of your screen for your viewing pleasure. So you can wait until the end of this video, or you can watch those first. They are non-linear, so you can watch them in any order that you wish. So, for the solar plexus chakra, is Mike Pence's chakra closed or blocked? The characteristics for a closed or blocked chakra is manipulation, a lack of clear direction and ambition, helplessness, irresponsibility, and micromanaging. The manipulative one is kind of an interesting term because I think there might be a yes and no to this question. It's very difficult to say because I think most of his decisions were not based on, favorability, more so of his own personal preferences or something on the table that he takes a great passion about. Is it manipulation that he was trying to change certain aspects of the law in Indiana to meet his stuff? Kind of. Once again, that is his responsibility, and this is a free country. You vote generally based on what it is. It really depends on if it passes or not. That's not manipulation. That's just the law. That's just how it goes. So, it's kind of a yes and no depending on how you look at it. There might be some manipulation based on his own personal preferences, especially with like gay and LGBTQ rights and abortion, being a very, very evangelical Christian. But it also is kind of his job, so it's a, catch-22. He obviously has direction, and he's very ambitious about it. So no, it's definitely not that. He's not helpless. Not any helpless of anything else, because helpless is very broad and colloquial. Could you beat him up? Probably, because it's, he's 61 years old. But helpless is a part of his intellect? Heck, no, absolutely not. He's a very smart man. Irresponsibility is kind of weird because yes and no, once again. For very much the same thing as being manipulative, a lot of the same characteristics go in the irresponsibility. And micromanaging, that kind of goes along with the job, so I can't say yes to that. So it's closed, or it's not closed, and it's not blocked. But is it imbalanced? This is excessive control over and authority over your environment and people, a misuse of that power, a loss of the whole picture, and lots of ideas without realizing them. I think this one kind of plays more into his hands because he used his influence and power, and especially his position, to kind of try to manipulate certain aspects of law, including the stuff from religion and LGBTQ rights, and abortion, and media and press, and public health. A lot of this stuff, based on his thing, he tried to change certain things because of his overall authority in the seat that he was in before becoming vice president. With vice president, there are more checks and balances that are into this, and also this is a court of public opinion now, not just the overall board of, in his, at least his case, Indiana. Is it open or unblocked? Does he have self-discipline, personal identity discovery, finding personal power, and intellectual abilities? I think a lot of this does describe him in his own personal way. It's kind of difficult to say for sure. I do believe there is some self-discipline about the man. There is personal identity. He knows who he is 100%. Like, there's not even a question. And you can, even if you don't agree with his political views, you do know that Mike Pence knows who he is. He is a conservative, Christian, Republican. That's who he is. And personal power, once again, that's one of those things where, what is personal power? I think he uses his intellect and his abilities to get to certain points, and I have to commemorate the man for doing so, and I think in that aspect, yes, personal power. And intellectual abilities, once again, generally of what you're using it for is where it is. But is it balanced? This is independence, open-mindedness, taking responsibility, and conveying ideas and plans. None of these, other maybe independence and, really other than that, no. Nothing here really speaks to that. Based on what I have seen from what he has tried to do over the years with his political prowess, the lack of taking responsibility for those actions, and maybe coming out and saying at the time it felt like the right thing to do, but I was woefully incorrect. And then the conveying ideas and plans, he does have that to a point, but really it serves a personal agenda, which I do not enjoy about the man, but he is very independent. At least he has that going for him. But what is my final overall view of the man? What is my final overall view of Mike Pence? I am going to say that this chakra is going to be imbalanced just because of what he has done and what he has said is kind of leading me to the point that he has been somewhat manipulative based on his power, and he's used this power to meet a personal agenda, and for that I'm giving him the imbalanced final decision. But I want to hear from you, from either Gamut, and if you care, what are your thoughts about the solar plexus chakra analysis of Mike Pence? And do you have a contradicting answer to that criterion? Let me know what you think down below in the comments. And if you want to check it out down there, follow me on the social medias linked in the description. But also check out the keystoyourcrown.com link, which will send you a video that will teach you what it is for a fully open chakra system and what it can do for your life. I will personally send that to you, and I will not sell your information, so definitely check it out. I have no qualms about it, and I think you'll really enjoy that content. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.